Martian Manhunter, sole survivor of the Martian people. John Johns was teleported to Earth decades ago by Dr. Saul Erdel. Since then, he has adopted Earth as his new home, playing many roles over his time with humanity, and even a founding member of the Justice League. To truly understand how powerful Martian Manhunter is, we need to explore his origins and his most impressive feats in the comics. If you're enjoying the content, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. It really helps out the channel. Thanks for your support. One version of John Johns' origin tells of his role as a manhunter, a revered peacekeeper and guardian of justice on Mars. Gifted with extraordinary abilities including telepathy, shapeshifting, and energy manipulation, he was not only a formidable warrior, but also a brilliant detective with a compassionate heart. Among the greatest of the manhunters, John protected his world with unwavering dedication. In 1955, Earth scientist Dr. Saul Erdel, experimenting in secret with alien, possibly Martian technology, inadvertently activated a device that tore John from his home and transported him across the vastness of space. The shock of witnessing the towering green-skinned alien proved too much for Erdel, and he died of heart failure, leaving John stranded on an unfamiliar world with no way to return. Determined to make the most of his exile, John resolved to continue his mission of justice on Earth. Over the years, he has taken on many roles: detective, spy, superhero, diplomat, even corporate leader. Each identity a means to uphold truth and protect the innocent. Though far from Mars, he remains ever faithful to his duty, a silent guardian watching over his adopted world, the Manhunter from Mars. Another version of his story begins on Mars itself. This retelling focuses on John Johns' desire to lead his people toward a future of peace and prosperity. In the New 52 rendition, the Martians are portrayed as a telepathic race, deeply connected to one another and in perfect harmony with their planet. Naturally, great expectations fall upon anyone who aspires to lead such an enlightened people. John accepts the challenge. To prove himself, he agrees to undergo a sacred rite of passage, an intense period of isolation where he must sever all telepathic links and detach from the present reality. The purpose is clear: to prepare him for unforeseen trials, for the heavy burden of leadership often brings with it moments of deep solitude and impossible decisions. But when he returns, triumphant from his training, he is met not by celebration, but by devastation. His home is in flames. The once thriving planet is now a smoldering ruin. There is no one left to lead, no voices to hear, only silence. In that moment of profound loss, he takes on a new name: Manhunter, the last survivor, the guardian of a legacy that perished in fire. From that day forward, he dedicates himself to uncovering the truth behind the fall of the paradise he once dreamed of building, and to ensure such a tragedy never happens again. Martian Manhunter is one of the most powerful beings in the DC universe, possessing a vast array of abilities that rival, and in some cases surpass, those of Superman himself. His core powers include telepathy, precognition, flight, and atomic vision, the latter being intense energy blasts fired from his eyes. Alongside these, he has the more traditional superhero traits of super strength, speed, durability, and stamina. Despite his incredible abilities, he also harbors a significant vulnerability: fire, a psychosomatic weakness deeply tied to the trauma of his species' extinction. In Justice League of America number 86, Superman once described Martian Manhunter as the most powerful being on the face of the earth. And with good reason, his powers have evolved dramatically over the years, making it clear that what we know of his capabilities is only the surface. Martian Manhunter has performed feats that speak to his titanic strength. Notably, he joined forces with Superman and Wonder Woman to tow the entire Earth using Wonder Woman's lasso. He's also dealt serious damage to Superboy Prime, one of the most formidable characters in DC lore. His speed enables him to travel through space at near light speed, and he's kept pace with Superman and even the Flash on multiple occasions. His invulnerability is remarkable, having taken blows from Despero, a villain physically stronger than Superman, and still stood his ground. Even when injured, his regenerative healing factor is so powerful that he once regrew his entire body from a severed arm. Martian Manhunter's Martian physiology grants him the ability to survive for extended periods without food, air, or rest. His shape-shifting abilities go far beyond cosmetic changes. He can manipulate his body's density, allowing him to become either ultra-dense for added strength and resilience, or intangible to phase through solid matter. He possesses energy projection through his eyes, X-ray vision, and the ability to generate hurricane-force winds or freeze enemies with his breath. But where he truly stands apart is his mind. His telepathy is so advanced that he's read the minds of every person on Earth simultaneously. He has even penetrated the mind of the Spectre, the embodiment of divine vengeance in the DC universe. In addition, Martian Manhunter is a potent telekinetic, capable of generating force fields and launching psionic blasts that can devastate his foes. Martian Manhunter remains a cornerstone of the Justice League and one of the most formidable characters in the DC universe. A being whose strength, versatility, and intellect position him as arguably equal to, if not more powerful than, Superman.